You in tune to the Focus TV One Network in the Limelight Live.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy J-Rob with the hit single God's Got Me and Tame the Tongue. You are tuned in to Focus.media right here on Focus One TV Network. I want to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, in this season, it's not the stuff you gather in life, but it's the stuff you scatter in life that shows the life that you live. If you want to follow me, go to Instagram to The Real J-Rob, or you can check out my store at j-robmusic.com and let me know what y'all think. May you all be blessed. Again, you are tuned in to Focus.media. Salute.
What's up, everybody? It is your host, Luca Brassy, the American Dream. Welcome to In the Limelight Live on the Focus TV One Network. Again, Luca Brassy with my man, Mr. Tony Latorre over here. Okay, he was on a few weeks ago, folks, as you remember. If you're just tuning in and everything tonight, as you might know, we were supposed to have Miss Jamie Morgan, a professional wrestler / actress, on tonight, but we had some difficulties getting her on, so we had to make a quick switch, which is why we're starting a little bit later than normal. But we got my man Tony. That's what I love about Tony. He's always there for me. You know, need him at a moment's notice, and he's like right there. So it's like, what's up? You know. So anyway, Tony, welcome, brother. How you feeling tonight, man?
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. And thank you, Teflon, for having me on too, man. Like, this is huge honors as always. I mean, you know, we both have our own shows. We're both doing our own things. And time is valuable. And I think, like, a lot of people forget about that. But that's a whole nother episode we could do. But thank you so much for having me on again, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You already know, man. We love you, brother. And yeah, shout outs to you too, Teflon, my man in the control room. Now, the last time we had you on, bro, okay, we talked about this subject that we're going to discuss here tonight on Sunday on my other show, Brassy's World on Block Talk. But here on, you know, this platform in the Limelight Live, we're going to talk about it again. The last time we had you on, we talked about your Army career as a veteran, you know, your DJ career, which you mentioned tonight you're going to be getting back into. So, folks, be looking for DJ LaRocco making a comeback with yours truly, Luca Brassy. We're going to be doing it again. And, you know, and then we touched on your motivational speaking and all that kind of stuff, man. But tonight, okay, things are a little bit different, okay? So why don't we do kind of like what we did on Sunday, okay? And I'm going to let you go ahead, all right, and kind of explain what this idea is that you had, that you brought. Well, first, let me just tell the audience, okay? Tony came to me, I think it was last week, with an idea, okay? And it was a good idea, unique idea, and it's something that's becoming a little bit more popular now, okay? But with the type of guys that we are, there's a lot of similarities, there's a lot of differences, okay? And the key to a good relationship of any kind is respecting the differences and appreciating those similarities, which you and I do, you know, 100%. Like, you're more country type, I'm more city, you know what I mean? But something works with us, man. It's like a yin to the yang type of thing, you know? So when you came to me with this idea, obviously I liked it. And I remember telling you, I was like, well, if we're going to do this, I'm like, we got to come at it from two different perspectives. Okay, because we have very similar things about us, but also very different. We live different types of lifestyles and things like that. But we come together and we work as a unit all the time. So attacking it from different perspectives, I think, is going to be obviously important. But I want you to tell the audience what the idea is and why you chose me to bring it to, and what kind of inspired the idea, bro, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So we go through so much life, right? So like we're in our mid 30s now, and a lot of us who are listening now, same demographics, male, female, same age group, same, maybe not the same location, but the same struggles we all go through every single day. So one of the biggest things we went through was the dating world, and we can all relate to that. We all have maybe someone we're attached to, we're related to, in the sense of like, yeah, I dated them, we had a good relationship, this is why I got out of the good relationship. And of course, we have many bads of, if I see this in a bad relationship, I'm never going back to that. So I was sitting there one day doing my work like normal, sitting on my laptop, doing my little thing. And I said, holy shit, me and Luke could hold a class on this. Like our knowledge and our experience, we can say like what is good and what's bad. But at the same time, actually educating people in the sense of like the modern world of dating now is totally different than it was 10, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, even, because we have things of coronavirus, which through everybody, social media, social platforms, you got your TikToks now, your Instagrams, all these different things, which are great things. They're great things to promote on. They're great things to showcase, different podcasts, different ways to throw things out there and learn different educational wise. But the dating world has changed. It's a different world now. Fast forward 3 years ago, I divorced my second ex-wife. Yes, I may not be the perfect person to speak about relationships, but I know a thing or two because I've done a thing or two. I mean, let's talk about that insurance side. So we've been there, done that type mindset, right? So now for the past 3 years, 2.5, I'd say now 2.25, I'm super happy with my relationship. Literally found my soulmate. We're in the same mindset and everything's like that. Like I've never been happier in my life. There's that the honeymoon stage is over, but yeah, it still feels like the first day. So I know I found the perfect person. So we're holding a class. We're setting up a class. We're going to work on it right now. We're in the process of it so that we can help people out who are in the dating world, who are dealing with the modernized men and women in this world, because it's not just back in the day where you can hold somebody, give them a note, give them a letter, give them flowers. Hey, I adore you type bullshit. It's a whole nother game now. Right. So we're going to be teaching the people how the modernized people are doing it and the red flags and the things that you got to look out for, because there's more things nowadays than there were 10, 15 years ago. I mean, let's just be real. And you know what? Let's offend some people. Women nowadays could be actually men. Men nowadays could actually be women. So we have these little ends where we can say, hey, yeah, they look pretty hot, but is that what you're actually going for? Let's filter. Let's and sponsored by ClickFunnels, so I'm not saying anything, but let's ClickFunnel this sales funnel theoretically in a dating of, hey, do you need to actually go after this person? Because why are you dealing with all this extra out here when let's filter in and say, what is actually your person? What is actually your demographic? What is the person you're looking for to make you happy? Don't waste your time out here. Let's get in there and really funnel this into your own true happiness. Because face it, we're not going to be around for 100 years. If we are around for 100 years, that's a great thing. I mean, that's amazing. But we have a small amount of time to find a person that makes us happy, truly. And then the vice versa side, like we were saying, the differences with me and you is I'm more the long-term relationship type side where I'm looking for that long-term, but yeah, we saw fun. But that's that next level. That's that level 2 shit, which we'll get into that later, to the non-commitment side. So, like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for fun on the side? Are you looking for fun right now? Or are you looking for long-term? Like, there's tons of different sides, but don't waste your time. Like, the honesty, the openness right in the beginning. And a lot of people, men and women, say, oh, yeah, I'm looking for that commitment. But in reality, they're not. So we're talking about this class that's going to filter out and look at those red flags, look at those small things. And Luke, definitely jump in, man. When we're in the bar, like with Hassan, and I know our beta tester right now almost.
Yeah. Well,
what we're saying to him is happening right in front of him, and he's like, holy shit.
And The funny part about that night is when you were telling him all this stuff, I looked at him and I'm like, bro, I want to let you know, Tony and I don't really talk about this kind of stuff. I was like, we have never talked about this. He's telling you the same things that I am. So, you know, you ain't being lied to. You got two different guys telling you the same things,
right.
You know,
two
and
different spectrums following down to the same exact alternative, the same exact objective.
See, some people that I talk to, bro, and you know this, okay? They think I'm against relationships. Okay. I'm not against relationships. I'm not against people being happy. It's just when you're going to get into these modern relationships, you got to know what kind of risk you're taking. Okay. And that's where I have a problem. It's like, it's so risky now because everybody's sleeping with everybody. Everybody is single, even if they're in a relationship, basically. Okay. So, and it doesn't take much to sway people. It's kind of like, you give someone what they want, so to speak. It's like dogs chasing cars, just like what Heath Ledger said in The Dark Knight. I'm a dog chasing a car. That's a lot of these modern women, bro. It's like they say they want something, you give it to them, and then exactly. Social media, bro, is horrible for relationships. I'm just gonna put it out there. Social media is not good for modern relationships at all. And they're chasing the car. They finally catch it. And okay, well now the challenge is over. With oh shoot, there's another car. Let me go chase that one now. You know, and it's almost kind of like that's.
Now I gotta go for the Maserati. Now I gotta go for Ferrari.
That's what's happening, bro. Hypergamy, bro. Hypergamy is real. Always looking to level up. Okay, even when I said this to so many dudes that I'm like, they're telling me this. I'm going through this. I'm going through that, bro. You have to understand, she's not your girl. It's just your turn. Okay, I was like, that's the key. Okay, I love some of these dudes out here, bro. I was just listening earlier. I told you I was listening to Andrew Tate. Okay, a lot of people hate Andrew Tate. Okay, a lot of people hate Donovan Sharp. They hated Kevin Samuels. Okay, but they hated these guys. I felt for a lot of the wrong reasons. Some things that were said about them can be was a sort of valid, but a lot of it was just like people being haters, man. You know. But anyway. Just hold that thought, bro. We got to cut to a quick commercial break, okay? But when we come back, folks, don't go away because we are just getting started. We might go not too long, but a little bit longer tonight than we normally do because there's a lot that has to be said.
I'm all good, man.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after.
Yeah, that's right. You in the mix. Focuz TV One Network. Focuz TV One Network. One
What's up, everyone? It's your boy J-Rob with the hit single God's Got Me and Tame the Tongue. You are tuned in to Focuz.media right here on Focus One TV network. I want to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, in this season, it's not the stuff you gather in life, but it's the stuff you scatter in life that shows the life that you live. If you want to follow me, go to Instagram to The Real J-Rob, or you can check out my store at j-robmusic.com and let me know what y'all think. May you all be blessed. Again, you are tuned in to Focus.media. Salute.
show on the Focus TV One Network, where they be reviewing all the latest trends.
It's the countdown show, the countdown show, the countdown show. We cue it up and review it. It's the countdown show, the countdown show, the countdown show. We cue it up and review it. It's the countdown show, the countdown show, the countdown show. Where we cue it up and review it. It's the countdown show, the countdown show, the countdown show. Where we cue it up and review it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back in the Limelight live on the Focus TV One Network. Luca Brassy, Mr. Tony Latorre, a.k.a. DJ Larocco, a.k.a. the freaking man, the myth, the legend.
I mean, above and beyond, but you know.
So
I got a few names.
Yeah, always, don't we all? Now, before we went away, okay, we were just really starting to kind of get rolling into this subject, okay? Now, like you said before we went on break there, okay, you and I, at some point, you know, like I told you before, I want to work on the Hickman script. I want to do that over the winter, get that done, and shoot that in the spring. But once we get the script done, you know, before we hit the spring, we'll probably have the script done before that. Hopefully, we'll be able to start moving into this next project, which is this course, this class that you want to do, which I'd be down, you know, even doing it in a setting like this, you know what I mean? Like just to get started, like do like do a simulcast, maybe have like a guest on, maybe like we can find somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's going through something and bring them on, like do a simulcast, you know, keep it simple. But what's your I got to ask you, man. What is your overall opinion, okay, of the dating market right now? Like what you said when we went out, okay. I told my boy, okay. I don't want to keep on saying his name because I don't have permission to do that. But my buddy, who you know, okay, when we were out, I told him that night when we went out, I was like, I just want you to go out and pay attention. Okay. And now, just as an example, okay, we walk in, there was those two fairly attractive girls that were sitting there at the end of the bar. Immediately we get there, we start seeing dudes trying to hit on them. And I'm just like, okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
So then all of a sudden, this older dude starts trying to hit on him. You remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
And so I said to his son, I was like, all right, now I want you to really watch and pay attention. He's like, yeah, I've been watching this guy hit on him for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, you notice he keeps buying them drinks and they keep taking the drinks and all that stuff. And he's like, yeah. I was like, now I guarantee you that those two girls are either going to leave alone or they're going to leave with two other guys. I bet you. And then sure enough, we happened to be leaving the same time as those girls. And what happened? They jumped into two other guys' vans. And I'm like, you see, I was like, what did I tell you? I'm like, what did I tell you? I'm like, now, I want you to understand. You don't want to be that guy who was buying the drinks. You also don't want to be the guys that were picking these girls up from the bar. I was like, two reasons. I was like, number one, they don't respect these guys. They're probably their boyfriends, okay? And they're willing to go out there and get hit on by other men, get free stuff, and then go home to the boyfriends who they probably don't respect at all. And the second reason why you don't want to be the guy in the van is because he also does not respect himself if he's willing to let his girl run around and do that kind of stuff, okay? Now, I'm not going to stand in judgment of relationships and all that stuff and how people do them and everything. All I'm going to say, okay, is if you think that your girl or boyfriend or whatever is going to be out there doing that kind of stuff, getting free stuff, and eventually she's not going to do something behind your back that she's not supposed to or he's not supposed to, you're living in a dream world, you know? So based on your observations, okay, what would you say is what do you think about the dating market?
Yeah, man. I mean,
overall,
that's spot
as a
on.
whole.
I mean, I literally have friends to this day, and I'm, you know, we're a little bit older now, like we're in our 30s. So like, I guess like the bar scene is like more like 18 to 23, 24, I'd say. But like we see a shit all the time in bars. You know, we were entertainers. You know, we see a shit a mile away now. And a lot of the girls I've seen, they can go in a club, go into a bar, drink all night long for free, you know, do a little eyelash thing, you know, do a little flirting, and then go get picked up by their friend, their best friend, their safety net, we'll say. You know what I mean? And I think the dating game now, obviously, is totally different than it was back then. But now it's so scary, and it's so, to me, it would be so nerve-wracking. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to date right now and not have, like, trying to seriously date. Like, because the mindset is totally different. It's all about me. What are you giving me? What are you doing for me? What am I putting in my pocket? What kind of eggs are you putting in my pocket, rather than what can I give to the world? And then the ones who truly do mean to give to the world and try to help each other out because they're on that level. Now, you said something very, very, very good too, and I loved it, was you got to take care of yourself first. You got to make sure your shit is in line and make sure your shit is right there on top of the game. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't help anyone else. So let's say, in theory, your stuff is on point. You know, you got a good job, you got a decent car, you know, a reliable car. I'm not saying you need to roll around a Maserati, but, you know, a good car that is reliable. You got a house, rent, apartment, whatever it is. You got your Maslow's society, that ladder, and you're on the line now for looking for a mate, so to speak. So you're on that level, and now you're looking out, and most of these people are looking out, and guys and girls, they don't have a vehicle. They don't have a job. They don't have those same levels you do. So when you meet someone, let's say you do meet someone on that level, now it's what level are you going to? What level are you going to sacrifice to get their love, and vice versa? And a lot of them are probably hurt because they've gone through experiences. But at the end of the day, like the dating world now, it's messed up, man. Like it's so twisted because people are so selfish, and I feel.
Bro, I don't mean to interrupt you, man. I'm just gonna throw it out there, okay?
Go ahead.
Modern feminism has destroyed relationships. Okay, let's just be honest here. Okay, I'm not even gonna pull no.
I was trying to beat around the bush a little bit with that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not beating around no bushes. Okay, no, modern feminism has destroyed relationships. It really has. Okay, and people can hate that, and they can disagree with me. You know that. And people can hate that. They can disagree with me and whatever. Okay. I don't know. Something just skipped on my computer. But anyway, and if they do, that's fine. Okay. This is just my opinion. Okay. But you said something that's very true. Okay. You called it the dating game. Okay. And that's exactly what it is. Okay. And I'm going to tell you straight up, and you know this about me, bro. I know how to play the game.
Oh,
and I know how to play it really, really well. Okay. And that's why I've had friends that told me straight out. They're just like, okay, like how do you know what's going to happen? How can you predict this? I'm like, dude, I've seen this a million times. Okay. And do you remember in Scarface when Manny tries to hit on that chick at the pool and he sticks his tongue out, he gets smacked? What does Tony say to him? He's like, what did I tell you? He was like, in this country, you got to make the money. When you get the money, you get the power. When you get the power, then you get the woman. And you know something? He was smart enough to know, this was back in the 80s, okay? But he was smart enough to know that a lot of material women, which has become the norm in the modern times, okay? Yep. Wait at the finish line to see who's going to be successful, okay? I'm not saying that they all do that, okay? But so many of them do, and so many of them are greedy and just so much about themselves. I've experienced these women firsthand, so nobody can tell me that I'm wrong, okay? This is based on my own personal experience, okay? But like just another example, bro. Okay, one time, and a lot of these modern women, bro, can get so angry at you when you blow them off. Okay,
as soon as you expose them, it's a wrap. They're all pissed off. They're like, you don't know my game. You don't know who I am. Bullshit. Too easy, man.
The first show that you and I ever did together, the release party. Okay. Awesome. Do you remember that? You remember that girl that I almost had to kick out though because she kept on popping off at the gums the whole night, all because I dissed her at the beginning and it hurt her, and I didn't even mean to diss her. Okay, but what happened was
you were speaking truth.
No, well, I looked sharp that night. You know what I'm saying? I had all the white on and all that. I'm in good shape. I'm not an egotistical prick. I know what I am and I know what I'm not. Okay, but fact is, okay. I'm walking by her, okay? Oh, the place was starting to get packed. I was still setting everything up, getting things going. I walked by and she grabbed my shirt, and I didn't even know this girl, but my ex that was there, Christina, knew her, okay? And she grabs my shirt. She goes, so when's this coming off? She was trying to hit on me, and I looked at her. I was like, oh, all in good time. Patience, honey. And I tapped her on the shoulder, and I kept walking because I'm busy. Then 5 minutes later, I overhear her talking shit about me. And I'm like, and I went up to her and I was just like, I was like, do you know where the fuck you're at right now? And she was just like, excuse me. I was like, this is my party. I was just like, this is his party. And I pointed at you. I was like, you're on my territory. I was like, don't be mad because you got dissed. I was like, and I didn't even mean to do that. I was just like, but you see that guy at the door? I was like, he's going to escort you out if you don't shut up. I was like, so I suggest you sit down and stop talking. I was like, seriously. Okay. Yeah, and she did, and then one last thing, and then I'm going to give you the floor back for a second. Okay. But when we were at Zen, I think I told you about this. Okay. We were just out a few weeks ago. Girls were looking at me, Hassan and Brad. Okay. One was really eyeing me. She was twirling her hair, doing all the choosing signals and all that. She walks by me, big ass smile. Hassan's like, how come you're not going to talk to her? I was like, bro, I don't approach no more, man. I was like, if they want to talk to me that bad, if they want to meet me and know me, they need to come and just open up and talk to me. I'm not doing it no more. I was like, straight up. Okay. I was just like, at the days of all us men approaching, it's like, nah, if you want it that bad, you come and you talk to us, Yeah. Now, would you agree with that?
Bro, that is exactly like, that's why we've been so well together. Like I was literally going right down that. And I keep saying this, like the funnel, man, because that's it. That's exactly what it's the psychological. Like if you go into the psychology of people, more or less, we'll go down the psychology of women versus men. Men are very, I want to say like cavemanish, right? The basic man, right? Of like, ooh, boobs, butt, let's go. Oh, I'm going to try to alpha you. And that shit don't fly anymore. It's a different game. And the thing is, like, a lot of the guys who do that, they get laughed at. They spend hundreds of dollars at the bar trying to pick up this girl who's walking away with someone else. So, like, that mindset don't work anymore. And here's the funny part. And I said it Sunday, too. Like, Stephanie told me, like, me and her have been together for a while now. Years. Like, we're years together. we find each other very attractive still. We're still in the honeymoon phase, although it's been years. Like, we're over the actual phase, but like we're still very attracted to each other. The small things in life attract us now.
Right.
So last spring, I'm going down the road and she's in the Jeep and I'm on my bike and we're going home. And I'm just cruising, you know. I mean, I got my cut out. Look at me now. I'm all flexing. Not even meaning to. I'm cruising down the road, and you know, I got a nice looking bike. It's decent. And she looks over, and we get home, and she's like, "I want to fuck the shit out of you. Like, you look so hot, just like cruising. You look pissed off. You're not even paying attention to me." And that was the thing. Like, just cruising. I didn't even realize she was next to me. Like the not wanting, like the no chasing, is more attractive to most people now than it is chasing. Like most guys who are, and we've said this before, confident, they don't even have to be super good looking. Like, look at this.
Yeah, now confidence goes a long way.
And, you know, I got some chub on me. I got the dad bod. You know, just the confidence. Like, you walk into a room and you're confident. You're like, okay, I may not know this group. I could go anywhere, and I've learned this over years. I could go anywhere and fit in. Like, I'm a chameleon. Like, I've learned to adjust. So, like, I can go in anywhere, feel confident, talk to anybody, but yet at the same time, like, have that presence. Like, I'm not bitch down. I'm that alpha dog, but at the same time, I still have respect.
You know, I think that's why you and I work, because we both can kind of blend into any kind of setting that we're put into, you know? So
yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen, before we go further, we got to cut to another quick little commercial break, okay? But when we come back, we're still digging into this, okay? We're still going to go for a little while yet, so don't go away, folks. We'll be right back after this.
Don't shed your tears eternally, 'cause I have found the love I searched for.
What's up, everybody? It is the American Dream, Luca Brassy. Do you have a branding issue? Don't miss out, folks. Get your advertisement or commercial played on one of our epic shows in the Limelight Live every Wednesday night, hosted by yours truly, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more information, contact Teflon Taylor at info@focus.media.com.
Peace from the true and living God, supreme intellect. You're tuned in to the Focus TV1 network.
But she liked the way I think about
Are you ready? Hey, are you ready to go or what?
You in tune to the Focus TV1 network in the Limelight Live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is Luca Brassy with Mr. Tony Latorre. So we were just, getting even deeper now into the subject for tonight, which was, it started, obviously. We're going down a bit of a rabbit hole here, actually, because, it started, honestly, I wanted to have you on because we're talking about this course and this class and the coaching that we'd be doing. And when we get talking about this kind of subject, because it's there's so many angles to this, that you end up going down these rabbit holes and you just end up completely just getting kind of indulged in it, Now, before we left, okay, we were talking about, basically where the dating market and everything is at right now. Okay. Now, like I said before we went on break, okay, people can disagree with me if they want to. Okay. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Okay. Like I said, I believe, okay, that the message that's being put out there, okay, by the loudest group of unhappy women in the world, which is most of these modern feminists, okay? And I don't care what anybody says. Statistically proven, okay? I'm not talking about opinions here. Now I'm talking about facts. Statistically proven, women now, modern women, have more freedom, more opportunity, okay? More of everything than any generation they did before, yet they're the most unhappy. They're the most miserable group overall. I'm not saying there's not some happy people in there, okay? But as a whole, okay, somebody said to me recently that generalization was illogical. I'm like, bro, this isn't rocket surgery or brain science that we're talking about. It's the fucking dating market. I'm like, okay. I was like, no, you have to generalize. Otherwise, we'll be here all day talking about the exceptions to every rule. Okay.
Right.
And the exceptions don't make the rule. As much as these people who talk about the exceptions want the exception to be the rule, it's not. Okay. That's like saying these now people are, oh, yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's the kind of relationship I want. I'm like, you're not a friggin' billionaire. You're not a billion, and you can't have it anyway. You ain't a billionaire. You're not them. How are you going to say that that's the standard for relationships when they're the top 1% of people? Get out of here.
Even if you want that and you got that, trust me, like you don't know what's going. Like, man, I do research on like, and this is just the next level of my mindset is like I do research on this 1%. I listen to real in-depth interviews, like deep depth interviews. Sway. Everyone knows Sway as a DJ. You know, fucking Sway, man, has these guys and girls come on like real interviews and next level stuff across the world, Europe, Japan, Australia. Now, I can't speak most of their languages, but a lot of the stuff I can understand, I'm listening to. Top 1% in the world. I'm talking Eric Thomas, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett. You know what most of them have? They have
unhappy wives.
No, actually, the complete opposite. Happy wives because of the sacrifice they made. But at the same time, they all started when they were broke. But they had the broke sacrifice. So you could talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce. They were both millionaires. They were both established from the beginning. How many celebrities actually started out at that $1 million mark and they're still together? Almost none. Well, I mean, you're chasing different dreams. You're chasing different dreams, and you want to make that similar dream, and it's not going to happen. I mean, one person chasing a rabbit, one person chasing a deer.
When I said unhappy wives, okay, I'm thinking about people like Johnny Depp, Tom Brady,
yeah, man,
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
These guys are in the top 1% of all men. Okay.
Absolutely.
And look what happened to them. And I'm thinking, okay, if these guys can't even keep their women around, I was like, what does that say for other people?
Money,
you know what I mean?
Looking, athleticism, intelligence, you know, things that people
don't forget
money. So,
yeah.
I gotta throw us up here, man. Let's just dive right into it. Our girl here, Kay Tra, and if I pronunciated that wrong, sorry. I'm not great with the whole English thing. I lie. I actually am. I've written plenty of theories and stuff in college that were phenomenal. It says, and I quote, because I don't want to misconceptionize anything. Okay, you want to get me started. How about honesty versus common sense? Which is a great theory. I love it. Definitely right there.
Hey, you try. I think that's actually Kim. I think that might be Kim.
Kim? Okay. All right. Women can't be barefoot in the kitchen. Big hugs, guys. Yes. That's a theory that was back in the day of thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, barefoot in the kitchen. But you know what? I'll tell you what, I am one of the most anal guys. And I'll tell you this, maybe it's from the military side, firefighting, the first response side. I am one of the first ones to do laundry, do dishes, cook, clean, because here's the thing, right? You want your house, you're proud of your house, you're proud of your apartment, you're proud of what you accomplished. If you're a guy who doesn't clean, doesn't cook, doesn't do his own laundry, you shouldn't be dating anyone else anyway. Go shower your ass, your dirty ass, because your house is dirty. What woman wants to be with you? And if you're a woman who wants to be with a dirty guy like that, then you're wrong. Like, no, man. Like, and Kim, I'll tell you what right now, man. Spot on, man. Like the whole barefoot in the kitchen, that is an old conception. But you know what? It should be, and Eric Thomas says this the best. And I love the way he put this. And my wife says this, even before I heard Eric Thomas said this. It should not be a 50-50 relationship. It should not. It should be 80-20, 90-10, 30-70. Because some days, as a guy, I'm just speaking as a man's view, you're not going to be 100%. You're not going to be 90%. Some days you're going to be 40, 30, 20. So your other side, your other spouse, your partner, if they can't pick up that slack for that day, then maybe there needs to be something there. I mean, we go back 2 years from now, and this is just my past history. You know, there were days where I literally tried killing myself, literally in the hospital, dead on the gurney. And you know what I got? I got zero out of it. Vice versa, once I got out, started getting help, I wasn't at my top notch, and I didn't get anything back out of it. You know what I mean? You know what I got? You're not bringing enough money. You're not bringing enough emotional help. All this other stuff. So you know what I did? See ya. I knew that was a bad relationship. Gone. See ya. Not having it.
You know, I just want to say too, you know, you said something that was kind of interesting, okay, a few minutes ago here. And you said if you're not doing these things, these basic things, that's why, like, I don't know where this new system of thinking came where you should be rewarded for doing the most basic stuff. Okay. There was a thing recently I was watching that I think it was Kevin Samuels, actually. R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, one of the godfathers of the manosphere, Red Pill. But he was doing an interview and he was saying, okay, he's like, if men don't do all their own stuff, he was like, if they don't know how to cook, if they don't clean, if they don't do their laundry, okay, I do all these things for myself, okay? I'm in a position where I literally really don't need anybody else, okay? So if you're here, it's because I want you to be there. It's not because I need you there, okay? It's because I want you to be there. If you're going to give me a hard time, then go, then get out, because I don't need you to be here, okay? Now, you and I have not always been in that kind of position, okay? We've worked to get to where we're at, and we're still climbing. We're still moving up, okay? But
absolutely,
I just want to say that if you're not doing these basic things as a man, if you don't have your shit together, if you don't have things going the way that they should in your life, don't expect some woman to want to be with you, okay? Because you're not bringing, okay, it's both ways, you know what I'm saying? It's not just women, it's not just men. It has to go both ways, okay? Women and men are different biologically, okay? They're trying to say that everything is equal, and that's not necessarily true. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're biologically different creatures, but we're of the same race, if that makes sense to people, okay? We are not supposed to be the same. We are supposed to complement each other, okay? And that's what it really all comes down to. So yeah, it's the give and take. Like if as a man you're having a hard day and you can't do everything you're supposed to, she should be able to pick up that slack, and vice versa, okay? If she's beat or sick or something's wrong, okay, you need to be able to pick up that slack. You need to be able to make dinner. You need to be able to take care of the kid or whatever. You know, it's got to go both ways. You know, would you agree with that?
Absolutely. To a T, man. I mean, I'm really weird, like, especially after military, like, and it's funny because me and Stephanie, we don't bicker about this, but I'm like, when I do laundry, right, you wash it, you dry it, and you pull it out, and then you start folding your laundry and put it away. I have a certain way I fold my stuff, right? So, like, me and Steph will be folding laundry together, even, and she'll come along maybe one of my shirts or a pair of my socks, and she's like, there you go, babe, that's yours. She's like, I'm not even trying to fold that because I do things a certain way. And vice versa. She knows, like, certain of her things, she folds her way. But it absolutely is true. Like, if one side is down, and we can't even talk about, like, next level, like, all right, we got to do this. But at the same time, like, if the floor is dirty, let's say your kitchen floor is dirty, you know, there's crumbs on the floor, there's dust, you know, you got the dogs drooling all over, whatever it is. Like, just go by, sweep it up, pick it up. It should matter a genre role. You know, I hate seeing these guys. I foresee it more in guys and girls with the old mindset of like, oh, that's the woman's duty. No, the fuck it's not. Like, if you don't have a general respect for yourself, like, why would you not want your house clean? You know, I'm not saying it has to be perfect, it doesn't have to be spotless, but like, pick it up. Like, you have clothes on the floor, pick them up and put them in a basket. If you don't have a basket, all right, figure something out. Put them somewhere in a garbage bag if you need to. Like, I've lived out of garbage bags before. You know, I was homeless before. You know, we don't have those general, you know, great things, you know, if you're in that kind of social economics, I'd say. Right. So, like, figure it out, though. Like, even when I was homeless, my shit was still organized. It sounds weird, but, like, I had a place where I had my jar of peanut butter, my spoon, you know, I took from the Chinese food store. I put it right on top, and, like, everything was organized. You know, even though I was homeless, like, my car still had places to go. Like, and when they took my car away, when I was living out of, like, under a rock and in the motel room that was filled with mold, I still had places where I put stuff. Like, there was still general consensus of organization. Like, you can be down and out on your luck, and you still got to have some kind of pride. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I totally agree. And then these dudes and girls both are trying to go out to the bars. You know, they don't have a pot to piss in. they're going out to bars or clubs or whatever, trying to pick people up. Like, what are you doing? Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up before you can pick someone else up. Like I said, again, you got to take care of yourself before you can try even try to be with somebody.
You know, it's funny. I was actually, I don't remember if it was Bourbon Street or if it was someplace else that I was at. Okay, we all know. Okay, we love Bourbon Street. You know, but I just remember
that's our
being
place,
out
man.
with somebody. I forgot who the hell I was with, but I was with somebody. It might have been RJ. John. It might have been John and RJ back in the day. But one of them said to me, like, "How do you know some of these women ain't in here looking for a husband?" And I was like, "A husband?" I was like, "If you're in here looking for a husband, first of all, you're in the wrong place." I was okay. You don't come to a bar to look for a husband. Okay, you just don't. And if you don't go to a club to look for a husband or a wife, and if that's what you're doing, you better be prepared for a life of hell if it actually works out most of the time. Like, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but again, we're not talking about the exceptions. We're talking about the rules. And generally speaking, you don't go to a bar to find a permanent spouse. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man. We got to go off here in a couple of minutes, bro. But is there anything else before we do go off that you would like to add to this, man?
Yeah, man. Just like keep an eye out for our classes we're gonna be doing. Check out the podcast that I'm on, and I'm doing Triggered the podcast. You can find us anywhere: Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere we're doing it. Obviously, StreamYard. Thank you guys. StreamYard's been amazing. Teflon, big shout outs to you, man. Thank you so much for having us on. Like, it's huge shout outs, and thank you for your time. You know, time equals value. So thank you so much.
All right, cool, man. Thank you, bro. And yeah, shout out your contact information, bro, so people can find you, my friend.
Yeah, Facebook.com Triggered the podcast. Also Facebook.com / Tony Latorre. And it's the third. So you got the three little I's. You'll see me with my little wedding done up with the little Scully cap, with the beard looking sharp, with the white shirt. That's a professional site. I got a lot of stuff coming on soon, man. I got a lot of white label stuff, you know, new merch, CBD stuff. So, you know, keep in touch.
All right, sounds good, bro. Folks, thank you so much for In the Limelight Live on the Focus TV 1 network. Again, thank you, bro. Teflon Taylor, my friend, my best buddy, Tony Latorre, bro. I will see you Friday and I will see you Saturday. And folks, I will see y'all next week. This is Luca Brassy signing out. Peace and pow.
You in tune to the Focus TV 1 network in the Limelight Live.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy J-Rob with the hit single God's Got Me and Tame the Tongue. You are tuned in to Focus.media right here on Focus One TV network. I want to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Remember, in this season, it's not the stuff you gather in life, but it's the stuff you scatter in life that shows the life that you live. If you want to follow me, go to Instagram to The Real J-Rob, or you can check out my store at j-robmusic.com and let me know what y'all think. May you all be blessed. Again, you are tuned in to Focus.media. Salute.